So I wrote a book about a couple in their early 60s. And the wife, she's always been the exercise nut of the two. And you know how couples are. They carve up the world. Well, suddenly, her husband, who has never so much as run across the living room, declares that he wants to run a marathon. And this is at exactly the same time that his wife's knees have given out. And it's very hard for her to exercise at all, and she's had to give up running, which she's done for decades. So the timing is not good. This creates a rift in the marriage. And once the husband decides that a marathon is not enough, and now he needs to train for a triathlon, a full-length triathlon, that rift becomes a maw. I don't quite know how this happened, but it seems as if these days everyone is obsessed with exercise. I think we have started exalting it beyond what it deserves. I regard getting the blood running as a mechanical matter. It's a part of keeping the machine in good order. I don't think it's really a spiritual one. And we are now regarding it as, in some ways, the highest possible achievement to be able to run 26.2 miles without stopping. And I question that. I mean, if all Michelangelo ever did was press-ups, we'd never have the Sistine ceiling. The glory of suffering might be humankind's biggest ever recyclable con trick. Melanie Reed, The World I Fell Out Of. When I was much younger, I loved suffering. I thought suffering made me, it purified me in some way. And now I don't think so. Now I think that suffering just makes your life worse. Melanie Reed is a journalist for the London Times, and she knows a lot about suffering. She is a woman who has had a lot of horses. She does lots of horse stuff. And she's fallen badly off a horse, not once but twice, and hurt herself horribly. They really had to put her back together with paper clips and string. And so she knows better than just about anybody that there's nothing good about suffering, and it doesn't improve you. I've decided to run a marathon. In a second-rate sitcom, she'd have spewed coffee across her breakfast. I enjoy beginning a book without identifying who's speaking, so you're immediately curious who this is. And I think in those two lines we managed to imply that this is a relationship. In a second-rate sitcom, also gives an indication that this is probably going to have a satirical edge to it. Suddenly you turn on the TV and all the characters are in the gym. For the last several years, the one topic guaranteed to shoot to the very top of the most popular list on the New York Times website is anything whatsoever to do with exercise. About the only articles capable of nudging a recommendation of interval training out of first place are the ones touting the health-giving properties of red wine. Meanwhile, magazines are crammed with profiles of icons who run 50 miles a day, or 75, or 100. Marathons, sweetie, marathons are old hat.